So it's been quite a day. I have my boiler completely taken apart. We had a small crack that was leaking water, and we had to cut into the insulation to realize that there was actually a problem, and we had water dripping all over the concrete today. We had just finished doing production, filled up the boilers with water just to realize that there was a serious problem. It was Friday, 2:30. I called our manufacturer in town, and of course all the welders had gone home. We called a couple other people, even got my partner Thor to call a couple friends to see if they could come over. Nobody was answering the phone today, and I was thinking we were going to go through this weekend with production prepped in our sterilizer but not being able to sterilize it, because we have 2 boilers here, but we need both of those boilers to handle our 7 tanks, and one boiler just isn't going to cut it. But luckily we actually came up with a solution. Victor, who's finishing our 30-day workshop, and he has a lot of experience with a lot of really interesting stuff, and he mentioned he mentioned that there's some kind of putty that can actually adhere to all different types of metal and surfaces, and it hardens. So we were able to source out this steel reinforced putty from Lordco Auto Parts, and they use this for engine blocks and a lot of different stuff in the automotive industry. And I'll just bring you over here and show you guys exactly what we've done. So we rolled this putty in our hands and spread it over the surface of the tank, and all it needed to do was dry for 1 hour, and then I was able to fill the boiler with water, and it's actually holding. I'm really impressed. This is a really nice soft putty. I'll show you what we have over here. So really nice soft putty. It's very pliable, and you're supposed to, with your hands, kind of work it together, and it'll activate it. It'll become one color, and then you start rubbing it on the surface, and slowly it'll start hardening over a few minutes, and then you just kind of start working it into the wound of the tank, and then after an hour it was completely rock hard. So far this is holding, and we'll monitor it over the next 24 hours. And honestly, I'm not even sure if I'm going to need to get this tank repaired. This seems to be working so well, and it's such a small wound that I think we might have got lucky. So anyways, stuff always goes wrong, guys, and I was kind of in a panic today, but luckily Victor saved the day with his idea. And I probably would have figured it out if I started Googling it, but the point is that we have people on our farm all the time, and really it just kind of starts getting the ideas going, and we're able to brainstorm a lot more, because I don't know everything, I'll admit that, but I'm always learning and I'm always looking for new ways to do stuff. And Victor actually had experience with a similar situation where he had to plug a hole for a kitchen that he was working on, and luckily this seems to be working. Our tanks only get up to 100 Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius, because we're just boiling water, so these tanks don't even get that hot, and that putty is meant for about 500 degrees Fahrenheit, and it can handle a lot more temperature than what these boilers are pumping out. The burners themselves are 250,000 BTU burners, but that's on the inside of the tank, and the wound is on the outside, and the water is only going to allow the metal to get so hot. So I suspect this is going to be fine. We're going to patch this up with some insulation tomorrow and fix it up, and it's going to be as good as new. Anyways, guys, that was my day. I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on here, and I want to encourage you guys that stuff will always go wrong, but it's all about pushing forward, thinking outside of the box, and figuring it out. And that's exactly what we did here today. Check out our 2018 mentorship workshop. That's on our website right now. I'll leave a link below. If you guys have any questions, just send me an email. We'll talk to you later.